Hello, everybody. Greetings from Lima. Today is not very sunny. It never is really here, but it's still pretty mild weather-wise. It's not a very cold winter here. While we wait for other people to join the stream, I have an announcement to make. We just launched the Reverse Aging Academy. It's pretty exciting because my one of my other reasons I created the reverse aging challenge is to teach people how to get in better shape for the longer term, both physically, mentally, and emotionally, using natural tools, which are amazingly enough being revalidated by science. These are things that we just forgot as a race, as a human race, and now science is rediscovering them and revalidating, and there's a lot of scientific studies being done constantly about health span and longevity. The problem is that the language in which these studies are released is very clinical. It tends to be very hard to read. It's not very accessible, so we are making it accessible to everybody, not just in terms of the language, which you are trying to bring all these scientific insights into practical tips, practical things that people can integrate into their daily lives, but also accessible in terms of being free. So if you go to the reverse aging.academy website, you will be able to just open a free account and have immediate access to all the studies that we are feeding the platform right now. My research assistant and I are very busy scouting for a lot of these studies and rewriting them for the general public and making them accessible on the website. A lot of these studies are also the basis for all the concepts, all the teachings that are being used for the Reverse Aging Challenge, which is coming up in October. And we are here just ready to start answering any of your questions. One that I got recently is whether we are doing everything every day. And the short answer is no, because we are teaching them step by step. The idea is that we let them sink. So we will practice a lot of these concepts in a given day, but we are not doing all of it every day. We are teaching them little by little and letting them sink day by day. In the online course, we are actually taking a week for each of these pillars with practical exercises. So we are taking that, the practical stuff that we are teaching in the online course, and practicing them in person during the retreat in October. Another frequent question that we get about the challenge is whether we are going to let the online course also be available to participants, and the answer is yes. As a founding member of the retreat, you will also get access to the online course for the duration, for its lifetime, right? So it will never expire. You will be able to access the course online for the duration, right? So the first cohort for the online course will be in November, right after the in-person challenge is completed, because we're using a lot of the material from the in-person cohort for the online course. And then we are going to have another cohort starting in the new year to provide people with a chance to start the year fresh and turn a lot of those New Year resolutions into actual practice, right? So we will have another cohort for the online course starting in sometime in January. I don't know if we have the dates finalized yet. I think they are already on the website. But if you have any doubts, you can go to the Academy website to check on the upcoming dates for the online course. The Academy has both the function to host the online course, but also to provide the access to all the studies that we are finding constantly coming through in terms of new scientific research on longevity and health span. So the question is, if you come to the in-person program in Spain in October, uh, whether you will still benefit from the online course that is launching in November? And the answer is yes. There's two reasons, right? So one is that a lot of the material that is coming for the online course includes a lot of scientific studies, additional reading material that we won't be covering during the retreat, right? The retreat is more about practicing these things, practicing a lot of the insights that we are getting from all these scientific studies, but we won't be covering them in detail. So people coming to the in-person cohort will also benefit from the online course in that way, because it will have a lot more materials included in the course. But also, there is an additional benefit in terms of helping us shape the final version of it. So that's also having a hand on it, having a little bit of an influence on how we finish up this online course for everybody else that will come after that, and will in different cohorts later in the year, and later in the years to come.
What can people do read on? If there's anything materials that you would recommend that they can read on just to prepare for the experience in October in Spain?
What can they benefit from? Well, a lot of the studies that we are releasing at the Academy website right now uh, have been part of the inspiration for the program, right? So if you want to come a little bit prepared, understanding the scientific background of a lot of these practices, you could start reading the, the evidence that we are publishing on the website right away. That's already being added to the website on a daily basis right now.
Would there be like any other preparation in terms of nutrition, how to prepare their bodies, anything that you would think of that could be beneficial?
Do you need to prepare physically for anything for the cohort, for the in-person cohort in October? Not really. I mean, once you sign up for the program, we will do an intake interview to make sure that we know any dietary restrictions that you may have, any conditions that you physically that you may be experiencing, so that we take those into consideration. But the program itself is very accessible, right? So it's not meant for anybody that has any experience with any of these practices. We're here to teach you all of them from the ground up. So there's no need to prepare in advance, but we'll take into consideration any particular needs that you may have to make sure that the program is personalized for you. Because in the end, the main goal is for you to build a sustainable plan that you can practice for the rest of your life, right? So it has to take into consideration where you live, how you live, what are your daily activities, what's your work, things like that, and kind of to establish a baseline for what's point A today and what's point B, which is where you want to be in years to come, right? So the idea is to build a program for you, especially that works for your unique needs.
What would you say to somebody that has never joined this type of retreats or programs? How can you put them at ease since they might be doing this for the first time?
Yeah, I mean, there's really no, like I said, it's very, all these practices are very accessible. On top of being backed by science, right? All of these practices are very accessible. I know that maybe seeing people jump into ice baths can seem a little bit scary sometimes. But as somebody has led a lot of Wim Hof method workshops so far, uh, I feel like when there's more resistance, there's actually a more need for those things. But everybody that has come to my workshops before, they have all successfully experienced the ice baths and the breath work and everything else that we've done. And in part, it's because you're not alone, right? So you have experts guiding you to the process, but you also have a supporting community, right? It's a small community, it's a small group of people with shared goals, which are to just become healthier and live better in the long run. So all of those things help in terms of providing the support that you need to start practicing all of these things, even if they're completely new. And if they are not completely new to you, we will adjust the pace to show you some more advanced stuff if you're willing to, but it's not necessary. These are all, again, very accessible. We will ease everybody into all of these practices. There's no need to stress about how hard it will be because it won't be at all. The whole idea is that we can all find you. We can find you where you are in order to take you to the next level in terms of your health span.
Will there be options to book a private tent?
Private tents, yes. So as you probably have seen in the if you go to the website, you will see that we are doing this at a beautifully designed event space in Guaro, which is in the countryside just between Malaga and Marbella. So it's very accessible from the airport. It's only like a 55, if not less, drive from the airport. But it's a beautifully designed place, but it's also built for work, right? So it is very comfortable. These are very high-end glamping tents that people are staying in. I love that idea because it provides comfort. So these tents are air conditioned. There's real beds in there, right? So you don't need to bring a sleeping bag or anything like that. There are real beds in the tents, and everything is of a very high quality. But it's built to also give you a sense of comfort, but also it's not super luxurious in the sense that this is not a pampering retreat. This is about coming to learn, coming to do some real work. So it provides that balance, right, between comfort and the sense that you're coming here to do some real work. In that sense, the glamping tents have a default availability for 2 people, but we can definitely make accommodations if you feel strongly about being alone in your tent. We can accommodate that for sure. But also you can bring a buddy. You can come with somebody that you have that you've known for a while, and you can start on this journey together. That's also a good way to find the added community, but also added accountability.
Are there any special discounts for people that join the program after coming to the online program after coming to the retreat?
Discounts for what? Sorry.
For the online program, if you come to the in person.
Oh no, the founding members retreat, the cohort in October. The price for it includes lifetime access to the online course. So there's no need for discounts. You already have it, right? You're part of it. You're helping shape this version of the online course, so you have access to it for the lifetime, which is something that the next group won't be able to have, right? So that's a special perk of being a founding member of the online cohort. The next group will have the materials, but they won't have the same benefits. That's yeah, that's a cool thing about joining us for this one in October. Yeah, so another thing I like about the space that we are having the retreat in, and hopefully I can share a little bit more videos and pictures, is that it has a lot of different, well, not rooms, but spaces, right? I like there's a dome that is also air conditioned. I don't know if we'll need air conditioning in October because it's really it won't be that warm. I think, but we'll see. But it's air conditioned. But it's a beautiful dome that I'm planning to use for all the breathwork sessions, for example. It's just perfect for that. There's also an open air space that is also kind of a dome-like structure, but it's a little bit more open. Doesn't have coverings, and that's great for exercise activities or even some cold exposure activities. There's a sauna for our heat exposure protocols. There is a beautiful. It's like a fire pit, but it has a like a. It can be used for like outdoor teaching sessions as well. So we are right now working on the program for each day, and I'm seeing which of these different spaces are the most suitable for each of the sessions. So I'm pretty excited to see that come to life in the next few weeks and share more of that with all of you.
Is it, if you never had a practice of heat exposure, would that be something that people can prepare for?
Yeah, I mean, we are about heat exposure, like going to the sauna, having. I mean, everybody. I don't know everybody, but a lot of people have warm baths. Right? I love a warm bath from time to time, separate from the cold showers. But when it comes to heat exposure and sauna, there's definitely going to be different baselines for people. So thinking about adapting the program for everybody, we will start at different. We will adjust the protocol for people depending on their experience with heat. Right. Everything that we teach isn't about forcing anything or forcing the body to do things that are not comfortable. It's about listening to our bodies, pushing our boundaries a little bit, but always listening, right? Not forcing, just reconnecting with ourselves, reconnecting with our body and listening to it. So depending on your experience with any of these practices, and even if you have none, rest assured that we will adjust the baseline for everybody individually. So that is, again, both challenging enough, right, to be of value, but also without forcing anything on anybody.
Kind of a related question: if they had any injuries from before, they might think they potentially cannot. Any advice there?
So if you have any injuries or any conditions and you're not sure if this is the right thing for you, then I would advise you to just book a free consultation on the website, and then we'll talk about those things, right? Because again, it's not about forcing anybody to do things that they don't feel comfortable doing, but we can have a conversation and see if the practices that we're going to be teaching during the in-person cohort are appropriate for any conditions that you may be experiencing. But then, some of them could be adjusted, or maybe the online course would be a good entry point for you rather than coming straight into the in-person practice. Um, but that's the value of having this application process in place at the same time. That's part of the concept to have a conversation with the people that want to participate to make sure that they're going to have a great experience and extract the maximum value from the experience.
How long do I have to sign up for the in-person program?
So the in-person program starts. Well, it's a week from October 25th to the 31st, and we are closing the registrations at the end of September to make sure that we have enough time to do all the preparations, all the intake interviews. So September the 30th would be as of today, the last day to register for the in-person cohort in Spain. Well, if there aren't any more questions right now, I guess we can close at that. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for your questions, and I just invite you to do a couple of things. So check the Reverse Aging Academy website for all this exciting research that we're making available to folks. Check the Reverse Aging Challenge website to see if the program, the in-person program, is right for you, and if you feel called to it, just book an interview with me so that we can see if it really is the right program for you, because it isn't for everybody, right? We are not offering quick fixes, overnight success, because that doesn't exist. This is really for people that are ready to go away with the gimmicks and the fads, and just do the real work, learn what nature has already given us as tools for to keep us physically, emotionally, and mentally fit for the rest of our lives. So if you feel curious about it, just join us, book a call, because this could be the beginning of the change that you've been trying to make for years. So thank you again, and have a good day.